Hello students, here I am Gargi Pamar, Assistant Professor PTA in St. Andrews Institute of Technology and Management, Gurgaon. So I am back with an online lecture series on income tax subject. So let's start with lecture. In today's lecture, we are going to cover some more provisions from second unit of our syllabus and from income from salary head. So in last lecture, we have discussed motor car facility from salary head. Now we are going to discuss some examples of motor car facility. Okay, so let's move on motor car facility provision. Yes, let me show you. Yes, valuation of use of motor car facility. So this is the provision for motor car facility. Now we will understand it with an example. So let's move on. Example. Yes, see, here is the example of motor car facility. there is uh, there is three situation in which we have to calculate the taxable value of motor car facility. So in first case, what is given? Employer provides a car to employee for official purpose which is owned by the employee. We have already discussed in provision that if a car is provided by employer to employee and that car is owned by employer, then taxable value will be nil. Okay. So in first case, taxable value of motor car facility will be zero. Okay. Now, what is second case, second situation? When employer provides a car to employee for official and personal purpose as well, and expenses of maintenance is borne by the employer. Just rectify it. There's please write here employee instead of employee. Okay? So maintenance is borne by employer. Okay? Car is more than 1.6 liter, driver is also provided. So what is the situation? What is whole situation says? Whole situation says employer provide a car to employee for official and personal purpose both, and expenses borne by employer, and car is more than 1.6 liter and driver is also provided. So let's move on our provision. Let's move on provision. See, here is the provision. Yes, in question it is given that car is owned by employer. Employer is giving the car to employee. That's why car is owned by employer. And car is more than 1.6 liter. So our situation falls under this case. Okay. Now, if car is owned by employer, car is more than 1.6 liter CC. So we have to check in this column. And car is provided for official and personal purpose both, and expenses is borne by employer. Then what will be the provision? 24,000 per month plus 9,000 per month if driver is also provided. So let's move on question. In question, the same situation holds that employer provide a car to employee for official and personal purpose, and expenses of maintenance is borne by the employer. Rectify it. There is no employee. You have to mention here employer. Okay, is borne by employer. Car is more than 1.6 liter. Driver is also provided. So provision will be 24,000 per month and 900 per month. 2400 per month and 900 per month if driver is also provided. So 2400 multiplied by 12 for 1 year, and 900 per month, that means for 1 year is 12. So total is total taxable value in the case in second case 39,000. Okay. Now let's move on. Third case. Third case says if a car is owned by employer provided to employee, a car which is owned by employer and employer provided it to employee, cost of car is 10 lakh rupees provided to employee for personal purpose, and employer pays the expenses on maintenance of rupees 2 lakh. Okay. So whole situation says the car is owned by employer, provided to employee, cost of car is 10 lakh rupees, provided to employee for personal purpose, and employer pays the expenses on maintenance. So let's move on our provision. Yes. So question says car is owned by employer, okay, and car is given to employee for personal purpose. And here not specifically mentioned that car is 1.6 liter or more than 1.6 liter, but in both the situation when employer provides a car for personal purpose to employee, in both the situations same treatment will be done. So what will be the treatment of tax? What will the treatment of income? Actual expenses incurred by the employer plus 10% of actual cost of car. Okay, so 10% actual cost of car and actual expenses incurred by. So let's move on question. Yes. So let's see. Actual expenses incurred by employer plus 10% of cost of car. So actual expenses which is incurred by employer is 2,50,000. So 2,50,000 plus 10% cost of car. Cost of car is here specifically mentioned 10 lakhs. So 10% of 10 lakhs is 1 lakh. Total is 3,50,000 is taxable value of motor car. Okay. So this is all about your motor car facility. Now let's move on next facility. Yes. So now the next facility which is given by employer to employee is, let me show you, facility of sweeper, gardener, watchman or personal attendant. If any employer provides the facility of sweeper, gardener, watchman or personal attendant to employee, then what will be the taxable value of purchase? So value of purchase will be actual amount paid to gardener, sweeper, etc. Whatever the amount employer will pay to gardener, sweeper, and other watchman or any other, less any amount received from employee. If employee is also paid for gardener, sweeper, and employer is also paid for gardener, sweeper, then in that case, value of purchase will be the amount which is paid by employer less amount which is paid by employer. The remaining value will be, this is the value of purchase. Okay. Then next, move on next facility, facility of gas, electricity or water. If any employer provides facility of gas, electricity or water to his employee, then what value will be? Okay. See, in this case, amount paid by employer to gas agencies, electricity department, etc., less if any amount received from employer. So, in this case, if employers also pay some money to electricity bill or gas or water, and employees also pay some money in these facilities, then amount which is paid by employer, we will less from it any amount which is paid by employee, and the remaining amount will be taxable. So amount paid by employer less amount paid by employee, the resultant amount will be taxable value of the purchase. Okay. So let's move on next facility, free food facility. Next facility is free food facility. If any employer provides food facility to his employee, then what will be the tax free? See, there may be three situations. First situation, tea and snacks provided during the working hours. If tea and snacks provided during the working hours, then taxable value will be 10. Free meal at a remote area and offshore installation, then also taxable value will be 10. Free meals at office hours through paid vouchers, then up to 50 per meal exempted and excess will be taxable. If free meal is provided in through vouchers, then if value of a meal is up to 50 rupees, then that amount will be exempted. And if the value of meal is greater than 50, then excess amount will be taxable. Let's see. Let's understand with an example. If the value of meal is 40 rupees, then nothing will be taxable. If value of meal is 49 rupees, then nothing will be taxable. But if the value of meal is 60 rupees per meal, value of meal per meal is 60 rupees, then rupees 10 excess amount will be taxable. That means 10 rupees will be taxable. If the value of meal is 70 rupees per meal, in that case 20 rupees will be taxable. So up to 50 will be exempted and excess will be taxable. Okay. Now let's move on here. If any employee receives any gift from his employer, then taxable, what will be the taxable value? If gift up to worth rupees 5,000, no amount will be taxable. If any employer provide employee 4,000 rupees as a gift, then nothing will be taxable. If employer provided 4,900 rupees, then nothing will be taxable. But if employer provides 7,000 rupees to employees, then 2,000 will be taxable. Only excess over it will be taxable. And only excess amount will be taxable. Okay. Suppose the amount which is gifted by employer is 10,000, then 5,000 will be taxable. Okay. So this is all about gift. Now let's move on. Next facility. Use of movable assets. If any employer provided any movable assets to his employee for the use, then in that case there may be two situations. If assets owned by the employer, then 10% per annum of actual cost of assets will be taxable. If employer provided any movable assets to his employee for the use, at that time, if that asset is owned by employer, then 10% of cost of the assets will be taxable. And if that asset is taken on rent by employer, then in that case, higher charges paid by employer will be taxable. Okay. Yes. Now, there is a note that in case of laptop, computer, telephone, etc., taxable value will be if employer provided to employee any laptop, any computer, or any telephone, then in that case, taxable value will be. That means on these assets used, no tax will be charged. Okay. Now let's move on next facility. Transfer of movable assets. In previous facility, employer gives movable assets to employee for use only. Now in this case, employer is transferring the movable assets to employee. Okay. Then in that case, there may be three kind of assets. Computer and electronic item. If employer provide any computer or any electronic item to his employee, then in that case, what value will be taxable? Taxable value will be cost of assets minus 50% of depreciation on written down value method. Taxable value will be cost of assets minus 50% depreciation of written down value method. And if employer provide any motor car or employer transfer any motor car to his employee, then what will be the taxable value? Taxable value will be cost of car minus 20% depreciation of written down value method. And any other movable assets except motor car and computer and electronic items, then what will be the taxable value? Taxable value will be cost of assets minus 10% of depreciation on straight line method. In these situations, we will charge depreciation on WTB method, and in this situation, we will charge tax on straight line method. Okay, so let's understand with an example. In situation 1, what this question says? In situation 1, an employer transfer a computer to his employee worth rupees 1 lakh in 2015-16. Calculate the taxable value of assessment year 1920. Okay. So in first situation, employer is transferring the computer. That means this situation will fall under this case. Okay. Under this case, the situation will fall. And what will be the tax treatment? Taxable value, cost of assets minus 50% depreciation on written down value method. So first we will calculate 50% depreciation. Okay. Then cost of car, question specifically mentioned that cost of car is 1 lakh rupees. So cost of car is 1 lakh rupees and transferred in 2015. So tax for 2015-16 is 50%. Just wait for a minute. Computer is provided to employee. That is 50% of written revenue. So 50% from 1 lakh will be that will be 50,000. I think 50,000 here. I mentioned 10,000. So if cost of assets is 1 lakh, then depreciation will be 50%. That means 50,000. 1 lakh minus 50,000. Let's assume this is 10%. I mistakenly mentioned here 10%. There will be 50% of depreciation. But let's समझने के लिए इसको 10% लीजिए. So cost is equals to 1 lakh less depreciation 10%. So 10,000, 90,000. Now method is WDV. That means WDV value of this year in 2016-17 1970 is 90,000. Now 10% of depreciation 9,000, 81,000. 10% of depreciation 8,100, 71,900, and 10% depreciation is that. It means, sorry, yes, that means value of this asset is, taxable value of this asset is 35,950. That is remaining at the end. So from 1 lakh, 50% depreciation on written down value. So written down value you pay 50% depreciation is 35,950. So in 1 lakh we will less the 35,950. Remaining amount will be X. Okay. Now let's move on to second situation. In second situation, an employer gives a computer to his employee for use only rupees 55,000. Calculate taxable value for assessment year 2000. Now in this question, this computer is provided employee for use only, not for transfer. So taxable value will be nil. If any computer provided to employee for his employer, then in that case taxable value will be. So in second situation, taxable value will be. Now let's move on to our situation. Tax limited as an employer transfer his employee a movable machine of rupees 1,26,000. Calculate taxable value for 2009. In this case, any movable assets, that is machine, is transferred by movable machine transferred by employer to his employee, and cost of machine is 1,26,000. Okay. Taxable value for assessment year 2000. Now we have to calculate taxable value on this. So taxable value will be cost of machine minus 10% of this depreciation on straight line method. So what is the cost of machine? 1,26,000. And according to straight line method, in every year the depreciation will be same, that is 10%. So 1,26,000 for 10%, 12,600. So in every year 12,600 will be depreciation. Okay. So 10% depreciation will be, cost of car is 1,26,000. Cost of machine is 1,26,000 minus the 10% depreciation, that is 12,600. So remaining amount is 1,32,400 will be taxable. Okay. So this is all about your purchases. These all are your purchases. Now we will move on retirement benefits. Okay. So let's move on retirement benefits. First retirement benefit is gratuity. Gratuity is provided to an employee when an employee work at least 10 years in an organization. So gratuity अवेल करने के लिए एक एम्प्लॉय को एक एम्प्लॉयर के पास एटलीस्ट 10 years की सर्विसेज देना जरूरी है. मिनिमम 10 years की सर्विसेज अगर किसी एम्प्लॉय ने एम्प्लॉयर को दी है, then in that case at the time of retirement that the employee will receive the gratuity. Okay. So what will be the tax treatment of gratuity? So there may be two situations, government employees or other employees. So in the case of government employees, if any government employee will receive gratuity at the time of retirement, then that gratuity will be fully exempt. That means no tax will be charged on government employees. Okay. And in the case of other employees, that means for private employees, if he covered under the gratuity in 1972, if he does not cover under the gratuity in 1970. So if a person covered under gratuity in 1972, what will be the tax treatment? In question, this is specifically mentioned that a person is covered under gratuity act or not. Okay. So if covered under gratuity in 1972, then what will be the tax treatment? Actual amount received as in gratuity and 15 upon 26 multiplied by last drawn monthly salary multiplied by number of years of employment, and rupees 20 lakhs, whichever is less will be exempted. And for this situation, salary means basic salary and DA in full, not DA full. We will take full DA. Okay. And for this situation, what will be the tax treatment? Actual gratuity received, half of average salary multiplied by completed year of services, and 20 lakhs, whichever is less will be exempt. And for this, salary means basic salary plus DA plus commission on sale. Average salary means total of last 10 months salary, but divided by 10. Okay, just receiving the retirement, just reटायरमेंट से just पिछले 10 months में, just last 10 months में जो आपकी सैलरी रही है उसको हम डिवाइड करेंगे, डिवाइड बाय 10, then we will get FSC. Okay, so let's understand with an example. Yes, one more thing you have to remember, when it will say the number of years of employment, that means number of years of employment, that means if a person gives gives services for 11 months in 11 years and 6 months, then we will take it 12 months. अगर कोई employee अपनी services 11 years and 6 months के लिए देगा, तो we will assume that 11 months, 11 years and 6 months के लिए देगा, then it will be assumed 11 months. And if any person will give for more than 6 months, that means if a person will give services for 11 years and 7 months, then we will consider it 12 months. If a person is giving services for 11 years and 5 months, then we will consider it 11 years. Okay, so 6 months से कम के लिए, 6 months से कम के लिए 1 साल पहले लेना है, और 6 months से ज्यादा अगर किसी ने सर्विसेज दे दी है तो वो नेक्स्ट ईयर लेना. ओके, एंड in case of completed year of services, सर जो year complete हुए हैं उसी को consider करना है. In the case of 11 years and 6 months, only 11 years will take in consideration. 11 years 7 months, 11 years will be taken in consideration because only 11 years is completed. Total 11 years is completed. Okay, so in this only completed year will be taken into consideration, and in this part of year will be taken into consideration. अगर 6 months से ज़्यादा है, 11 years 7 months है, then we will take in consideration 12. 11 years 8 months है, then 12. 11 years and 9 है, then 12. 11 years 4 months है, then 11. 11 years 3 months है, then also 11. Okay, तो ऐसे ही चलेगा, जो आपको याद रखना है हमेशा. Now let's move on. Question. Let's take an example, and we will understand gratuity from an example. Yes. So there is an example of gratuity. Let's see. The last drawn salary by Rohan is rupees 1 lakh per month, and DA is 5,000 per month. He is entitled to receive a gratuity of rupees 11 lakhs. He has been in employment for the 19 years and 7 months. Employee covered under the payment of gratuity. Here, question specifically mentioned that employees is covered under the payment of gratuity. That means first provision. And what is the tax treatment of first situation? In first situation, tax treatment will be actual gratuity received. Actual gratuity received is here 11 lakh, and 15 upon 26 multiplied by last drawn monthly salary. Last drawn monthly salary is 1 lakh, and plus DA. In salary we will include basic salary, DA, and commission also. So there is not specifically mentioned that what amount is commission, what is the commission amount. Then in that case only these two things will be taken. So last drawn monthly salary is 1 lakh plus 5,000, that is 1 lakh 5,000 multiplied by 15 upon 26, and year of services here, see 19 years and 7 months. That's why we will consider it, we will take it as 20 years because it is more than 6 months. Okay? So 20 years will be taken. If on the place of 19 years 6 months, here it is mentioned that 19 years 4 months, then what will be taken? 19 years only, because this is 4 months. If here at the place of 7 there is 4 months, then in that case we will take only 9. But here question specifically mentioned that 19 years 7 months, that means total is 20 years. So 15 upon 26, year of services is 20, and last one monthly salary is this. So by calculation resultant amount, the amount will be 12,11,500, and maximum exemption limit is 20 lakhs. So whichever is less will be exempt. Whichever is less between among these three, 11 lakhs, 12 lakhs, and 20 lakhs, 11 lakhs is exempted will be 11 lakhs. Now Rohan is receiving 11 lakhs as a gratuity, and exemption will be provided also 11 lakhs. And taxable value is there. Okay. In this case, taxable value will be yes. Raghav has been in employment for 25 years and 2 months. The average salary for the last 10 months is 90,000 and actual gratuity received by him is 11 lakhs. Employee not covered under the payment of gratuity. Now here question specifically mentioned that employee is not covered under the payment of gratuity. That means this is the second situation of gratuity, and what amount will be taxable. Let's see. Actual amount received. Actual amount received is gratuity received is for 11 lakhs. Here this is mentioned that actual amount received as gratuity is 11 lakhs. Second, average salary. Average salary, that means we will calculate the last 10 months salary. Okay. Now here question specifically mentioned that average salary of 10 months is 90,000. So 90,000 number of year of service is completed year only. So completed year is 25 years. The next year is not completed, only 2 months are completed. That's why we will take 25 days that is completed. So 90,000 and 25. So gratuity will be last drawn, average salary multiplied by completed year of salary multiplied by 1 by 2. That is 11 lakh. Maximum exemption limit is, this is by mistake I have written 10 lakhs here, and at the place of 10 lakhs we will write 20 lakhs. Okay. So exemption limit will be in this situation whichever is less will be taxable. So whichever is less 90,000, 10 lakhs, 90,000, sorry, 11 lakh 25,000. You will calculate 11 gratuity 11 lakh 25,000, 10 lakhs and 11 lakhs. Whichever is less is 10 lakhs. Amount of exemption is 10 lakhs. That means taxable gratuity is 1 lakh. See, gratuity received by Raghav is 11 lakh and 10 lakh is exempt. The taxable value will be 1 lakh. Okay, but this 10 lakh was last provision. अब इस 10 lakhs को अमेंड करके 20 lakhs कर दी गई है इसकी एग्जेम्पशन लिमिट. मैक्सिमम एग्जेम्पशन लिमिट ग्रेचुटी की 20 लाख हो गई है. तो अगर हम यहाँ पे 20 लाख मेंशन करते हैं, we mention 20 lakhs here, then in that case whichever is less is 11 lakhs and 11 lakhs will be exempted and no taxable gratuity. That means 11 lakhs is received by Raghav and exemption will also be 11 lakhs. Then in that case taxable gratuity will be less. Okay. So this is all about your gratuity. Now let's move on. Next provision of retirement benefit. Just wait for a minute. Let's move on next provision. Yes. So after gratuity, we have another retirement benefit, that is pension. What will be the tax treatment of pension? See, there may be two situations in case of pension. First situation, if employee receives uncommuted pension. Uncommuted pension means that employee is receiving monthly pension. Then in that case, fully taxable for the all employees. Then this pension will be fully taxable for all the employees. It may be any private employee or maybe government employee. So both the employees, the taxable value of pension will be full. That means fully taxable for all the employees. That means full pension will be taxable in the case of uncommuted pension. Uncommuted pension means employee is receiving like pension. And in case of commuted pension means lump sum pension. That means an employee agrees to receive whole of the pension money at one time. In that case, what will be the tax treatment? If the employee is government employee, then fully exempted. No tax will be charged on government employees. And if other employees, if employee is any private employee, then in that case there may be two situations. If that person is also receive gratuity and if doesn't receive gratuity. Okay, if person also receive gratuity, then 1/3 of pension will be exempt and remaining will be taxable. And if doesn't receive gratuity, then in that case half of the pension will be exempt and remaining will be taxable. Okay, so this is the provision of pension. So for today's lecture, that's all for today. We will discuss some more provision in next class. So that's it for today. Thank you guys.